She's got the secret identity. She wants to save the world, and she's got the microphone to do it with. We're back to the Liz Wilde Show.
You know, so I think music on radio is dead. On AM and FM radio, I think it's dead. I think it should be filler at the very most. Maybe you play one song an hour. I don't know. I think if you want to be creative and if you really want to chart a course, more talk.
Yeah.
Especially on FM, because of course you're getting the FM signal and it's cleaner and it's just it's better.
Yeah.
Right. I think you just need to drop the Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven. Don't play it for another 20 years, and focus on content. Focus on talk. Focus on something. Be creative. Just be creative. Sit down. Don't play it safe. Don't play it safe, you idiots. Stop playing it safe. A mutual friend of ours who is a legend in the broadcast business, again, for the past 30 years. This is no Liz come lately. And you, Liz, if you're out there, feel free to give me a call and shut me up if I'm wrong, please.
Or rambling.
Well, I know I'm rambling. I know that I'm rambling. That I know. But, it's just, if you disagree with me, tell me. Say it. Call me.
Give us some insight.
But it's radio, AM and FM radio's dead. It's just dead. I don't know. It just bothers me. And this friend of ours, Liz, if you would like to call in, please.
Liz Wilde.
Legendary Liz Wilde, thank you very much. Who really walks around with a halo above her head. She really is, an amazing woman.
I'm trying to learn.
You are trying to learn.
You're trying to learn.
Look,
and she's the one
to learn from.
That's what I'm saying. I know.
Yeah.
That's whose insight I would want.
Exactly. I could coach you all day and night, but when Liz talks,
people
you listen.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
And again, program directors, when Liz talks, people listen. You catch the drift here? When she talks, people listen. But when she plays Stairway to Heaven and Sweet Home Alabama, what's the point in listening? You've effectively put a muzzle on this historic voice, this talented voice. You've got all that talent right there, and I think it's an insult, a tremendous insult, to approach somebody like Liz Wilde and say, "I'd love to have you at my station. I think you'd be a good fit. I want you. Come on in and talk for 5 minutes in between songs. We play 45 minutes of nonstop music. You come in and talk for 5, and then we go to commercials." Caller, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hi, this is Chris. I'm in Denver. I used to live in Bradenton, Florida.
And you were smart enough to get out, right?
I miss it, really.
No, you don't.
Cute.
Yeah. But yeah, I live in Denver now. Anyway, you guys are talking about the radio and what people listen to.
Yeah.
I have to agree when you guys say that radio is kind of dead. The big companies have bought up all the stations, and everything's the same. I used to listen to FM rock radio all the time, and it's just not, I don't know, spontaneous or...
It's not creative.
It's not.
You just hear the same stuff. They're playing it safe. They've got stockholders, shareholders that they need to answer to, and Wall Street and this and that. I know radio is a business. I know you need to generate money.
And the DJs just aren't, they're corny now. They're not like Ron and Ron or like Liz Wilde or anybody good anymore, They're the same stuff
It's
over and over.
Yeah, and
this is true.
Yeah, and I see, and that brings up another point. Is we went through this phase in, I would say, the 1990s when you had shock jocks. You know, you had people, and Ron, they did their fair share of shock jock, routine. And it was like, let's see how far we can push the envelope, you know? And so a lot of these people got fines, they got fired, and we now know where the line is. And I think even shock jock radio, which I'm guilty of dipping into periodically. And tune in next week. You're not going to believe what you're going to see.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, it's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. But anyways, I think
I think radio really needs Annie Wilde back on.
Annie,
Sorry.
Exactly. Well,
yes, we
I
do.
know her, Annie.
yeah, and and the thing is it's. I think that era itself is over. I think we now know where the line is,
Shame.
and we need to just pull back a little bit, and people just need to be creative. And like you said, these jocks are afraid of losing their jobs. They are scared. That's why they're doing the corny stuff, because they're scared. They work for the big corporation, and they can't break out and be themselves and be creative. So they're going to play it safe because they need that paycheck. That's what it is.
So they're being dictated to as to what they can and can't say.
Yes,
Or what they can and can't play.
Bingo. Nobody, no, but air
Finally.
personality
Thank
picks
you.
their own music. That's ridiculous. I'm the only one that picks the music. I'm the only one. I sit here on a Monday night. I'm thinking, what am I going to play on Wednesday? You know, I'm the only one. Everybody else, it's just a job. I used to work for one of those major media companies about 13 years ago, and I was just stunned. I would go in. I worked for the AM stations that they owned, and I would go into the booth where the FM guys were and hang out with them and socialize with them, and I just saw how stagnant their being an on-air jock was. They weren't allowed to be themselves. There was no personality. You couldn't tell one from the other because they were all reading off of cards and telling you
moving here to Denver, big city and everything, I thought, oh, well, there's going to be some decent radio stations, everything. Everything here is now, they're just playing classic rock over and over, and the jocks are just blah.
That's what I thought moving here.
Yeah, and then the greatest insult is now, because you've silenced your DJs, because you've put a muzzle on them, you don't even need them anymore because the computer has taken over.
Say, you could get a monkey to do what some of them are doing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
No,
Yeah.
98 Rock down here in Florida, for a brief period of time, had a monkey program.
Oh my God!
It really was. That was their bit, that they were going to get a monkey in there to program. The monkey was going to punch all these buttons, and that's the music you were going to hear. Well, you were going to hear it anyways because the monkey didn't have a choice.
No joke.
I mean, either he pushes the button to play Stairway to Heaven, or you pay some jock to do it. Either way, Stairway to Heaven is going to get played because that's the format of your station.
Yeah, we need some DJs that are interesting.
So
like
there's
Liz Wilde.
Liz.
Yes.
We're begging. I can't even tell you. Liz is a guardian angel. I mean, I'm telling you, she tuned in and she has given me so much positive reinforcement, so much.
And me as well.
Yeah, and CJ.
And me as well.
She's awesome.
And
Yes, she is.
and that's in a business. You're dealing in a business, show business, where people have egos, and it's all a lot of backstabbing and this and that. And this woman just opens up and says, "Hey, let me help you. Let me give you some pointers and this and that." And you know what? You listen because she knows what she's talking about. So to sit there and take a Liz Wilde and say, "Okay, Liz, play this classic rock, play this new rock, whatever, emo rock, whatever the hell you want to call it, but talk for 5 minutes, and then get
5
back to the
minutes?
music."
No
it's
way.
like, no. No, you let Liz talk for 45 minutes, and
play
then you play
music.
one or
Yeah.
two songs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who wants to hear
There you
12 songs in a row for every hour?
I don't.
Who really wants to hear that?
Because I'll listen to Liz talk for 45 minutes, and when she cues the music, that's when I go to the restroom, So I hope if you're a program director, that's exactly what we're doing. We're going to urinate. That's what we do. That's what your music forces us to do. Because we don't need you. We can go pick our own music off the Internet. We program ourselves. We listen to what we want to listen to, not what you think we want to listen to.
Really just what they want to listen to, and they force us to listen to it.
Yeah. So, so I appreciate you tuning in from Denver. Who knows? Maybe I'll do something a little bit different to keep you listening.
Well, the Tampa Bay area is still my home. It always will be. So.
God bless.
I'm listening.
And we appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, before you go, let me ask you something. Are you a mile high?
Am I? Almost.
Somebody in the background is.
Yeah. Well, wait. Well, hang on. Hold on a second. We got another caller. Enlightening. That could go two ways, Hold on. All right. Hang on. Caller, go ahead. You're on the air.
Yeah, Mick Show?
Yes, it is.
Hey, I used to live down in Fort Myers, and I used to listen to Liz Wilde at night, and it was the best show I ever heard in my life.
Yeah. Okay. So you agree with me that Liz Wilde should be back on the air?
Oh, of course.
Okay, but Liz Wilde for 4.5 minutes before she goes into 45 music nonstop music set.
Oh no, not at all.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, are you going to sit there and sit through all of that music so you can hear 4 minutes of Liz Wilde?
It's worth it.
Of course not. No.
No, because it's a waste of her talent. Is what it is. Wouldn't you agree?
Talent. She does character voices. Just the funniest show I ever heard in my life.
She's done everything. She's spoken to everybody under the sun. She's interviewed everyone. I don't know. It's just you don't approach a Liz Wilde and say, how about doing a show on my station where the motto is less talk, more rock? Come on.
No, she's too good for that.
No, I totally agree. And, I'm not trying to, I don't know. It sounds like I'm bad-mouthing program directors, but I am, but I'm not. I mean, look, I'm just frustrated. You can tell I'm frustrated. You can hear it in my voice. I'm just, it's one thing to slam the door in my face when I reach out to you and I want to bring the mix show to your station and syndicate it, and build, which is what I'm doing. I'm trying to build this and see how far we can go. But, I understand when you slam the door in my face and say, who the hell are you? Go away. But you don't do that to a Liz Wilde.
Absolutely not.
And you don't take someone like a Liz Wilde and say, yeah, we'll take you on, but, we're gonna put a muzzle on you and you're only allowed to speak, a few minutes every hour, because people want to listen to music, the music that we provide. No, they don't. They want to listen to Liz. They want to listen to her, have a good time, have some fun, interview people, get a little edgy. It's just entertaining. They want to be entertained. That's where AM and FM radio needs to get to, is back to being entertaining.
And if anybody's never heard her before, you probably YouTube her, and I'm sure she's got a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah, Liz Wilde with an E on the end. If you go to Liz Wilde, type that into Google, go to YouTube.
LizWilde.com.
LizWilde.com, yes, her website. So by all means, I would encourage anybody and everybody to check it out. And you realize that if someone like that is getting back into a radio, it needs to be talk radio. That's what she does. That's who she is. She's not a DJ. Sorry, I'm getting pissed, and the veins in my neck are bulging. And anyways,
she's not a DJ. She's more of an MC.
Yeah, she talks.
A real talent. A real master of ceremony.
Exactly. Caller, where are you calling from?
Bradenton.
Oh, all right. So you're just down the street.
Yep.
All right. Well, give me the finger when you drive by, okay?
All right. Thanks a lot.
All right. By all means. Take care.
Bye.
Caller, go ahead. You're on the air.
Yeah, Liz Wilde is an entertainment personality.
Yeah, she's not an MC.
she's not an MC. She's an entertainment personality.
Yeah. She's not. Yeah, it's just. Well, I think a circus wasn't it a ringleader in a circus? Isn't that an MC?
Wait a minute. When I say MC, I mean star of the show.
Well,
doesn't mean.
But an master of ceremonies is somebody.
MC's
circus.
Yeah,
like Ed Sullivan was an MC.
Yeah, and he had no talent.
Not a circus.
Yeah, Ed Sullivan had no talent.
Come on.
Ed Sullivan was a wooden Indian.
Take it easy on me. I'm not trying to start any business. I just wanted to clear it and make sure you got it straight. He's an entertainment personality.
Trust me, I got it.
He meant no disrespect. Trust me.
Disrespect.
So don't disrespect her, all right, young man?
Yes.
Don't get fresh.
Yes, sir, old man.
All right? I'll get back to work.
All right, if you can call it that.
Yeah.
All right, thanks a lot. Caller, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hello.
Yes.
This is Jeff.
This is who?
Jeff.
Now is that?
How you guys doing today?
Is this JEFF or GEOFF?
JEFF.
Okay, that's simple enough. I can handle that. So where are you calling from?
I am actually in the Bartow area right now, but I was calling. You brought up about Liz Wilde.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was calling to tell you, or maybe correct you a little bit. I've known this woman for around 10 years, and I wouldn't say that she's really an angel with a halo over her head. I think she's more of an alien. That's how amazing she is.
She's not of this world, is what you're saying.
Yes, I mean, she is really, when I first met her, I thought she was really an oddball and out of her head, but she's just really entertaining, really woman. I love her to death. Really wouldn't know where life would be without her. I mean, she's really a special person.
Yeah, I think the key word here is nurturing.
Nurturing, yes. That's definitely what she is and what she does for a lot of people. And for this woman to be on the air, I've been on the air with her. I've partied with her, done a lot of things, and she always seems to be on. I mean, the switch never goes off.
I don't know about that. I've had some intimate conversations with her that would never ever go out over the air. You know, we've opened up to each other on a lot of stuff, and and I'm grateful for that. I would never betray that kind of trust.
No, I've had the same discussions with her. I'm just saying there's never a moment with her, and talking to some people when there's kind of a, say, dead air or dead space, it's never there with her, whether you're having a personal conversation or on the air. It's just not there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, we go on for hours on Facebook, or we're chatting, and it's just like, and I'm thinking, boy, I'm getting tired of typing all this stuff. Why don't you just pick up the phone and call me? Because she's probably on the phone with somebody while she's chatting with me on Facebook. She's always multitasking.
She's probably on the phone and chatting with, say, 5 other people at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly. So, when you've got this, it just drives, I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm hop, skipping, and jumping around the dial. As I'm coming down here, I've got an hour's drive from Pinellas County down here to Manatee, and there's nothing to listen to. It's just like I until I get here and do my show. That's the only time I can relax, because I'm with people that I like, and we're talking about stuff that we think is funny, stuff that we think is interesting, and Liz Wilde. We could talk about Liz Wilde for the next half an hour. Good Lord, we're off in half an hour. But
a fun night.
It just goes real fast. But don't belittle somebody with that talent, 30 years of experience, and say, come on in and be a disc jockey, play this music, and we'll let you talk a little bit. No, you don't do that. You can the music. Give her 3 or 4 hours to talk, to be the great Liz Wilde, and you shall reap the benefits.
Yes, exactly. And like I said, she's been that way forever. I've known her for 10 years. I still learn things from her, each and every day, when we talk. And believe it or not, she's the type of person that we've had these discussions where we can be on the air for 4 hours, go home, and the discussion still goes on for another 3 or 4 hours. I mean, that's just the way she is.
Yeah, it's so I don't know. I'm just I don't have much hair left, but I'm pulling whatever I got out, and I'm like, it's again. I'll repeat myself, but it's one thing to kick sand in my face and tell me, forget it. You're a hack. You're nobody. You're an amateur. Blah 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 blah. But no, you don't belittle the Wilde. You don't belittle her. It's demeaning to say to come in and play music. No. You set aside 4 hours and you have great radio. And then the rest of the day you can play crappy music and watch your numbers drop. So that's it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, it's sad to have a talent like that sitting on the sidelines when the people that are on the air, you have, let's say, I'm not going to say any names, but certain rock stars that have got radio shows now.
Yeah.
That know,
yeah.
Who shouldn't?
Who know nothing about radio.
Who shouldn't have shows.
No, and they have consultants that they pay to do their show for them, and it's just pretty much them getting on the air doing what their consultants have already, looked up, done all the homework, done all the prep work for them.
Yep, exactly. It's like, okay, they're puppets. All they have is a name. That's it. I'm a rock star. I have a name. I'm going to sit in front of this mic, and you tell me what we're going to do for the next 3 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Zero creativity. I mean, if my show sucks, it sucks because of me and nobody else.
Yeah.
That's it. And I'm the one who goes home and analyzes it and listens to it and goes, wow, that stunk. I can't believe I let it go that far. Oh, no, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I say that? And then there are times where, I'll be like, hey, we really hit one out of the park tonight. And, so I'm very critical. And I love it when Liz Wilde listens and chimes in and says, boy, you really suck tonight, and not that I want to hear it, but if she says it, it's the truth.
Because her advice is gold.
It's the truth. There's no two ways of getting around it. I did suck. And again, when you were talking about Liz Wilde, I'll do something that I think is totally original. And she'll chime in the next day going, I kind of did that in 1998. That's old hat. And I'm like, oh, it is? And she's like, yeah, don't ever do that again. It sucks. I'm like, oh, all right. I thought it was a good idea, but she's right. It's just like, radio has to change. Like I said, with the shock jocks, they saw where the envelope was. We knew we knew how far to push it. We know where the line is. It's time to back up, take a few steps back, and just be creative and be entertaining.
Well, and I don't know what the problem is. I mean, Liz is really, in the industry, she's really the version of Howard for women. There's no other woman that's ever done what she's done, as many markets as she's been in.
Yep.
And like I said, the reason, if people say, well, why is she here? She's here because she loves it here. This is where she wants to be. This is her home.
Yeah.
I mean, she could, go to Chicago or go to L.A. or go somewhere else. But she doesn't want that. She loves it here. This is her home.
And she loves radio. That's the whole thing. She loves the medium. And I got so freaking lucky when she was driving down Cortez Boulevard and saw the call letters and decided to just tune in on a Wednesday night as she was going home, thinking, oh, here's a radio station. I wonder what they're doing. And I was on the air, and she went to Facebook, and she friended me that night. And I was just like, who's this woman? Because I was never living in the markets that she was in. And when I Googled her, I was like, what the hell? Are you kidding me? I wanted her to come in, and I want to interview her. I want to do 3 hours of Liz Wilde, But she's not all about that. That's not her shtick, and I understand that. But since then, she has taken me under her wing, and I am grateful for anything and everything she throws my way.
I was the same when I met her. I actually met her from my old roommate was originally from Boston, knew her from years ago, and he told me, he says, man, you got to listen to this woman. You think this show is great, listen to her.
Right.
And I listened to her show, over the internet then, and luckily I was living in Dallas at the time. She came to Dallas, and I met her the first time, and we talked and talked and talked and talked. And that's what she told me. She says, come be on my show. I'll teach you everything you need to know. And that's what she did. And like I said, that's 10 years ago.
Nurturing. Nurturing.
So, yes.
That doesn't step on your throat. She's nurturing. And that's what and I carry that with me. She has instilled that with me, and I totally believe in that, because I get people on my show and I want to nurture them, and I want them to be good, and I want them to grow and produce and just, flourish. I want them to flourish, and she's doing the same with me, and I cannot thank her enough.
Yes, exactly. I mean, I look at my life that way, too. Not only learn something every day, but also try to teach something every day. Give that back.
Give it back.
Exactly.
Give it.
Bingo.